Taxman here. This is just a quick intro. I'm pasting in front of a string of snapshot videos of my game as the Axis against Machiavelli using the TRP mod in War in Europe. This is an even older one than my game with Old Crow Balthazar. This is using a 1.10 beta. Even still, the purpose of this is just to showcase what I believe is to be some imbalance issues with the multiplayer version of the European version of TRP, not necessarily the world. I won't judge on that. Anyway, just one quick little intro before you start seeing their thing and maybe get confused by the way I opened up the first of those snapshots. Alright, this is Taxman. I'm just doing a quickie recording. This is for Lothos and Old Crow Balthazar. I want to use this just as referential information or argument, or to try and convince Lothos that at least in multiplayer, I'm not saying anything about single player, I think it's fine single player, but at least in multiplayer, it seems to be a little too unbalanced towards the Allies, in that there's no potential for a German offensive in 42. I'll quickly go over what this game is, and this is my game with Machiavelli where I'm playing the Axis. I'll give a quick history of what's happened before this and just kind of do a quick show around the situation. My game where I'm the Allied against Old Crow Balthazar will be on general public YouTube. This is just be a quick private thing. So I'm just going to do the view the replay, and then I'll just show the situation and go through charts and some other things real quick. God damn it. Where's he going now? Is this a scouting mission? Ugh. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna worry about playing my turn. This is the situation in Russia. Just quickly reports. This is May of 42. Well, actually, I want to do a little history first. I launched on the recommended date and the May date into the lowlands. I took France out in the early or mid August, if I recall correctly. France got infantry weapons 1 very early, literally in June, and he was able to upgrade almost not the whole army because I was next to a bunch of units, but a significant portion of the army. And I wound up, I think, losing 5 or 6 infantry corps, and one of those or 2 of those might have been a motor corps. I was able, I took Tunisia via paratroopers. This is version 1.10b, and a Axis and a German elite unit amphibian. I pushed on Algiers because I was lucky-ish with Spain and somewhat neglectful Machiavelli. I guess he was playing multiple games or something. He wasn't paying too much attention to it. And Spain was going rapidly toward the Axis. The goal originally was just going to necessarily hold this to make it easier to defend once Torch and the Allies came back. But as Spain got closer and closer to the magic number, that I figured I'd drive on Algiers and take Algiers, and then I could get Spain in. Well, it was an ugly fight here with the British. Expensive on my end. It turned out I didn't even need to do this because Spain eventually slipped into, with some choices, slipped to the Axis directly, and some more lucky hit or two. And I never had to do the real expensive option of take Algiers and pay a huge ton of money to get Spain. But Spain came in. And then after that, it was a fight through here. I took this. I took Gibraltar. This caused the U.S. wound up getting a little, some extra strength, and they actually joined the war a turn or 2 at the most early. I don't remember the exact date, but it was at most 2 turns before the December 7th, the turn after the December 7th joining. Per normal. We are now in May. The Western Allies have taken all the Spanish ports out here through invasions. They landed Torch, or at least they landed in Morocco very early. I expected early because of the situation here, but this is really, really early. Never really able to push on Egypt, and I don't think it's ever really worth pushing on Egypt because they can pile so many guys back here. You can never punch through. I did have the bunch of Italian Air Force on Crete to slow this down. He's just recently, the last turn, landed here at Crete and in Greece. I evacuated the planes, and this is also before the 14 unit thing here, so I didn't have the or maybe I did. Must maintain. Okay, I guess I did have it. So okay, so it wasn't a big deal. I built the infantry divisions and was able to have this. As you can see here in Russia, this is pretty much my high water mark right here. And I'm nowhere near Moscow, and I don't have the strength to punch through this. I'm not even going to get to Rostov. I will be able to get to Sevastopol and maybe the rest of the Crimea. But I don't I don't see this. I don't see I have the strength to make any headway. Or if I can, if I do, it's going to cost me way too much. So I'm already on the strategic defensive here. I might be able to make a push on Leningrad. It will be extraordinarily expensive to do so. But I don't know. I don't know. I might try and see if it works out. I don't know. I've already pulled the engineers back to start on a defensive line back here. It's just very frustrating. It's not. I mean, it's May 42, and I'm on the complete. I'm virtually on a complete defensive. So I've got reinforcements coming down here. I'm going to have to fall back to probably this line right here. And then this is potentially going to be open for an invasion once he gets this port to come this way. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to be challenging him navally, and that's kind of all right, but it just feels everything is super accelerated, and this is with Germany having the whole industrial might of Spain. So let's go quickly look at the reports. I'll do the quick thing on the losses here. Yeah, 10 infantry corps, tank destroyer, elite infantry, 1 paratrooper, 2 armored divisions. Yeah, heavy cruiser, 3 light cruisers. Some of this is the Spanish. Mostly that's the Spanish, some Spanish units. A destroyer, and I've only lost 4 subs. These are Italy's losses over here. Unit-wise, Russia's got 154 units. I only have 195, and as you can see, a lot of them are. It's not quite as many as it seems, because there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Spanish units and 3 German units already down here. I was probably, yeah, he's there to guard that port. I was thinking about bringing him over. I'm not sure if I can or not. Oh, I was also even able to pull Vichy France in, and some other things. Yugoslavia is on my side. I was able to do that. Again, this is the 1.10b rule, so I was able to slam through here with Germans and take Greece to get Yugoslavia on my side as well. I still don't feel like I don't have the unit strength, and Russia's too strong. And I could push here. This might be the area where he's a little bit weaker, but I don't see much strategic value in doing that. I'll do some quick other reports here with graphs. It's Italy. Research. I don't know if you want to look at that. Strategic bombing. All right, and Germany is, well, now that we're in spring, is making that kind of number. I will say I was not particularly lucky with tech, but figured getting Spain I'd be doing better. Yeah, we've taken 108 and done 538 the Strat bombers, and here with this is the UK's numbers, and I've only done moderately okay with the convoy rating. As you saw, I've lost 4 subs. I have not built new ones. I've only rebuilt the ones that I get. This is Russia, and yeah, he's already cut his convoy income. He's already cut the convoy line because he doesn't need it. He spent that on research and like this. And this is the U.S. So, like I said, I think this is kind of out of whack. It's just, I don't see anywhere to, you know, I don't see, maybe I could take Leningrad, but it's going to be hugely expensive to do so. And no push any. I'm not even gonna get to Rostov, much less Stalingrad or down here or anything like that. And I'm nowhere near Moscow, and I'm not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, he's gonna probably start pushing forward and killing units on me. Anyway, just wanted to mention that and use this as some support for hopefully some changes to the multiplayer, or get permission to do a multiplayer mod. Thank you. Alright, Taxman here. This is part 2 of my plea on possible proof to show that the Axis in the TRP world in Europe version is a bit overpowered when playing in multiplayer. I won't go over all the history stuff that I did the first time, and I may even knit these two together. Probably will. Anyway, this is the June 19th, 1942 turn, so we're just at the start of summer. I'll let the replay go and then do a quick overview of where things are and shut the turn off, or shut the video off as I do my turn. As you see, Greece has been invaded. I had to abandon Tangier because how does he see me all the time? That is so annoying. Anyway, sorry. I had to abandon Tangier because otherwise it would have been cut off. Alright, I'll deal with putting the units down in a bit. As you see, this is going... This is going to be a losing situation here. I might hit the cruiser there, and I might other option might be to bomb that American fighter that took a bunch of damage. Over here, he's not pushing over here. This is pretty much a stalemate. I don't have a whole lot. You know, I don't even have my German. I haven't pulled out or lost the German tank divisions. I don't remember. There's not a whole lot down here in actuality. I've got guys back here because he has in the past done backdoor invasions. I did manage, all these guys are wounded because I did manage to kill a French division or corps here. I think it was a division. Took a lot of effort. Is this mud? No. Yeah, I don't know if I can hurt that. I don't think I can kill that with just the tank destroyer, but we'll see what I can do. And then the real issue here is I did manage to take Sevastopol. This might be able to push him off the rest of the Crimea. But everywhere else, it's just a thin line. No real hope of launching any offensive anywhere along here. And I did try up here. And I lost, I managed to take out 2 units, 2 regular infantry corps, and I've lost 2 elite infantry corps and had a lot of damage to me. He's got a bunch of damage to him too. But I don't, especially with the freaking mud, I don't see much hope at getting Leningrad. I might still try. I still have most of the air power up here to try, but I'm running thin on units. And if I move forward into take some slots, they're just gonna get killed. Let's see what else is going on. This is Italy. I'm just starting to get units in here to help defend it. I need some more along in this area as well. And I'm also going to I have these 2 guys I could send down here, but I need some firepower. And the only place I get extra firepower might be this SS Panzer. But I probably need him to take the Crimea. So it's all kind of crapshoot. I even pulled the engineers back to start on a fortification. Oh man, he got another one. Son of a. Okay. And that's gonna be a pain in the ass to dig out. I could starve it out, I guess. Well, all right. Anyway, that's the end of that's going to be the end of this. I'll do another one in a few more turns again. Okay, I'm back at the end of my June 1942 turn. I managed to sink the American light cruiser sitting on here to, I guess it was trying to block down this port. Did some damage to my maritime bombers. And unfortunately, I had to use this bomber instead of bombing the American fighter. I got a little lucky, beat up that British fighter there too. I was able to bring in the German infantry corps and a headquarters. I moved 1 Panzer over, not one of the ones down here. I've sort of had a spare one back in here. Still very, very, very too thin. As you see, my tanks got beaten up just trying to kill that mech here. I haven't used these guys any. Well, I could actually. I just noticed this. Let's go bomb. He moved up next to me, so let's go bomb the hell out of it. Yeah, maybe we can kill this guy. I used him. Oh, I did not use him. All right, we'll go use him. I thought I used him down here, but I can go pop on him. Now, do I want to come out of my entrenchments? I don't know if I want to come out of my entrenchments to finish him off. Damn. Oh well. So he's a little vulnerable here now. I'm going to keep... I see the AA moved away. Maybe he thinks I'm giving up on here. I've decided I can keep... Since all this Air Force is here, I could still keep trying on this. Maybe he thinks I'm going to go after Novgorod now, which I thought about. Anyway, I'm not doing anything this turn because of the mud. I'm going to cheese... Well, I was going to use this carrier to cheese an AA strike away. But I don't want to hit Novgorod on the chance that the AA is sitting back here. I want everything to go after Leningrad. I need, actually kind of need Leningrad and this one too. I moved an artillery over here. I'm not sure, are they on the production spiral? Oh yeah, the other self-propelled artillery's there, and not sure. Oh, and I sent one to Egypt here to keep this in check. So I used this attack bomber on here. I think I got 2 hits on the HQ, which is nice. Maybe he didn't put AA on it. I sent these 2 British guys after the division. I managed to I knocked it down from 10 to 2 and unfortunately made it retreat. Took a lot of effort to do that. The other option was going after another Frenchie. I brought the mountain unit here. I'm running a little bit of a risk. I thought this was at 5. It's not. I was going to rail someone in here. I mean, I suppose I could move the HQ down there, but I'm hoping he doesn't. Notice that, and hoping he doesn't have amphibs. Actually, let's just park that there for now. Though that's running a risk over here, so take what you can get. Oh, I've got a free. Where do I want him to go? Probably down. I want to choke this off. 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll just put a fort here. Actually, it would have to be 4 to put that fort there. Prevent the amphib assault from that way. I'd like to move that mountain unit to help the fight over here too. Maybe when I get some more guys down there, I can. And I need more up here as well. I don't have any money left. I brought some stuff. Maybe once this is dealt with, some of these cores can go back to the line. And that's where do I want to go hit? Let's go down here, and then we'll go over, do something over that side. I forgot to move that guy. Move the other ones, the other subs. The subs are not trying to go after his fleet. I'm just continuing to use them to raid his convoy lines. And that's about it. He's got the Air Force all in here to support this. And this is what I've got coming in. I showed that already. And then the Italians have this. I do have Vichy France in the war too. I haven't declared war on the Allies yet though. Got some more stuff coming with them, and I've decided I'm going to rebuild their maritime bomber. So that's all their money. Oh, that's right. I'm waiting on these guys. So I eventually going to need a I can't build those. I can't build those back. I'm going to need probably an armored or something else, another tank, another something. But I don't have the money to build anything, even with Spain. Just to give you an idea here. Yeah, this is the summer, whatever. Actually, these are spring. This is spring money, and I'll hit the end of turn button to show you where I'm around 900. And Italy's doing pretty good. Italy's at around 200. But I can't keep up. Yeah, it's over 560. It's 475. Oh, they're at 562. That's unreal. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's another raid. This little Italian raider down here. He hasn't noticed, or at least I don't think he's noticed, but I've been supplying. This is the last Pacific port I'm Pacific. Atlantic port I have, or even if that's a different, access. He's taken all these away. All right, I'm going to hit the end of turn button. I haven't been terribly lucky with research. Lots and lots of turns of no bonuses. I've wanted to get in a long range too, but I just can't afford it. I can't afford to build I want to build the Finnish units, and I have lots of extra Hungarian, Romanian guys that I want to build. Worse, I still have 12 motor. I still have 2 elite infantries that I need to build back, and the rockets, and anti-tanks, and I can't do it. All right. Yeah. He's already over 100%. 87, 103, 115, and 93 for Italy. All right, let's hit the go button. I may steal that fighter too. Italy got advanced tanks too. Italy's no longer buying tech because I don't think they're going to last long enough to make use of it. I mean, yes, it might come through. I might probably last another year, but I don't know if they're really going to make much use of it. I'd rather have the units at this point. Like I said, yeah, 844 for Germany. Italy's at 193. Anyway, back to, I'll check in again later. Okay, this is yet another add-on of my game with Machiavelli using the 1.10 beta, but most of its principles that I wanted to bring up still apply to all your more recent versions with the imbalance. So this is at the start of the Axis August 20th, 1942 turn. Just going to quickly show off the situation. I did take Leningrad, but the losses were pretty horrifying to do so. Yeah, and here he's just starting to work down Egypt. I mean, Libya. Yes, and the typical bombing the ports to prevent any possible escapes. Yeah, and I don't know if it's worth keeping the fighter there to keep the convoy line open. Attacks in Russia. All right, just want to show this off. Pretty much a stalemate here. My guess is he went heavy defense and he hasn't built up. He's got the armor or some of the armor. Probably hasn't built the Russian Air Force up yet. Yes, I did take Leningrad. It cost me lots of infantry, a lot of banged up tanks that had to be repaired. Like I said, these are probably going to be no man's land right in here. A lot of air damage too to get over the AA gun. I've been using the carrier, building like cheesing out and building one air wing, one air point, and using it to get one of the shots of the AA off. This line is incredibly thin. It even has, well, I'm going to fix the hole up now. But it's really thin. He started to push a little bit down here. I did take Karelia. Again, took massive damage to my tanks that took a lot of repair. I've made a little bit of ground down here. Not a whole lot. And but it's still kind of stuck. I don't know, other than maybe pulling back one of the AA guns. I chose to pull the reinforcements here. I'm not sure if I'm going to send them over this way or just use them help defend Tripoli. I don't see a reason to rush because I think he's at the point where he's going to start smashing my units, and like I said, he's bombing stuff up to prevent escape. All right, that's pretty much it. I may come back and record a little bit of the situation after the end of my turn. All right, so I'm pretty much finished my turn. It's mostly a consolidation turn. I managed to kill an American division here in front of Fez. It cost me like I believe 4 points of armor and some damage to these planes. Over here, I've decided to pull my AA back to try to defend Benghazi. This is looking like it's going to crumble quickly. I consolidated damaged units up here. I brought an artillery down. Moved the headquarters around to try to get some more supply done in here. Put more of the Italian fleet here together in case I need to fight over the Benghazi port, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to deal with that. I mean, he could keep popping it even with an AA there. It's still just going to keep it under 5. Of all these units, it's the headquarters I want to save the most. So once this starts to crumble, I'm going to run with it to here. But then the question is can I keep Tripoli open? So we'll see about that. Over in Russia, not much happened. I tried to kill this engineer unit and failed. Got unlucky with the attack bomber and the rocket artillery. But it's all right. Mostly, I just want to kill it so it doesn't get, so he doesn't use it as for attacking purposes. I'm not really planning on going across here. I have this guy in reserve. I have this guy in reserve. And I have this tank in reserve. I have I have this infantry corps in reserve too. These guys are still building forts. Oh, I can repair him. And I can repair him for anti-partisan duty. Move the train up here because that's still recovering from a partisan sitting on it. And I can upgrade the train if I need to. This is still way too weak. I built a militia and a militia that was destroyed in supply, and I built my SS guy back. I still have a crap ton of motorized. I still have 3 more light infantry. I have an artillery rocket I'd like to get out. And then, of course, there's Spain, Romania still has a lot of troops to get. Hungary has a lot of troops, including the offensive ones. I'd like the Bulgarian headquarters, too, to take over the Romanian guy here. And that's pretty much it. So that's August 42. Taxman here. This is the December 22nd, 1942 turn, the last turn of 1942 of my Strategic Command War in Europe with the Total Realism Project mod against Machiavelli. I'm playing the Axis, as you've seen before. I'm just stitching these together. I will show his turn and probably take a pause and come back at the end of my turn and just quickly discuss the situation at the end of 1942 and the ramifications of the balance of multiplayer for the TRP War in Europe mod. As I said before, not making any judgments against the World at War version of TRP, because obviously it's a lot more involved. Anyway, let's get started. It's kind of sucky. Yeah, Libya is going down very quickly. I was able to evacuate the German headquarters. I found that's extremely important because I'm over the cap, so I don't want to lose one. And it looks like I won't be able to get out these garrisons because he's going to keep bombing that port, which is fine. But Benghazi will hold on to early 1943. Yeah, he's going after the ports. Keeps the MPP out, Algerian MPP out of it. It's been a bit of back and forth. I've been slowly giving ground here. I've killed a bunch of units. Killed more units than I've lost, but I'm still losing ground down there. It's just too much. It's just a huge amount of Air Force backed up by at least, I think, 4 carriers, full strength carriers, and a bunch of light carriers. Will that little sub survive? Okay. And that's pretty much the end of the Vichy units. All right. He had invaded Greece. He had basically pulled up to just short of Larissa and Arda, basically along here. He had taken everything south of that. I've eventually pushed him off, but most of the better units, including an armor division, in at least one headquarters. I don't remember if he got 2 off. I did kill the South African headquarters, but he was able to evac a lot of the better units. So I did kill a bunch. I did push them off. It did take a lot of money to put stuff down here and cost money in the fighting. This is all lost cause. I'm trying to build a defense here. I eventually need to get this guy out and get a German in here. This is a AA gun, which I'm coming down here to support my units. And at the time I loaded him on transports, or the amphib, he had bombed these ports down. At the time I thought it was to cut my ability to bring new units in, but it turned out he's using his strat bombers and his medium bombers to cut supply down to he was able to take this hex, and he's suiciding some paratroopers, and forcing me to pull some units back to go deal with them. Anyway, so I put these, it cost me 62. I put this on an amphib so I could get it in, make sure I could get it into theater. Because I certainly was not going to park it in the port and see it get bombed to death by carriers and such forth. I have Vichy in the war as well. I haven't had them declare war on the Allies. I probably should. I probably should somewhat soon. Just give you a quick look at the Russian front over here. There's a bunch of units down here, but they're all going to evaporate when he starts hitting them. I'm starting to build forts back here. I will build more units, but I also want to make sure with Germany that I tried to save a large chunk for when the spring and summer rolls around. And I don't know if I want to kill. I'll probably just reinforce. Or I may even fall back. Pull off the city, shrink the line, pull back from here. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video and I will do my turn. This is Finland. I was able to grab Leningrad through planes and lots of artillery. The artillery's kind of split off. One of them was brought down here to help with Greece, and that one has since moved on. I think that's what that one right there. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video and I will come back after I'm done my turn. Okay, so I'm back after doing my turn. I'll quickly go over situation. Nothing changed up here. We're both kind of stalemating, just staring at each other. Same here at Karelia and here. This paratrooper is just in reserve if I need to, I can come down here and put reinforcement, or I can rail him somewhere. This tank is in reserve. This tank and this tank is in reserve. I just moved him forward. Or he's walking down here because it looks like I'm going to need him down in the south. Nothing happened up here. Nothing happened in the center. I killed 2 of those partisans. This tank killed 1 and beat up on this guy here. I've decided for the moment the reason I'm staying here, I realized, is because that's a forest. That's a 3 entrenchment. And I'm just kind of protecting that town. I just reinforced here for the time being. That's kind of cheesy the way the surprise works. You move a division up and do 2 damage to a corps and take 3 to the division. Pretty good exchange for the Russians. I could fall back, but this is behind a river, and this is in the town. So for now, probably safe while the weather's bad. I tried to kill this guy. It was probably a bit of a mistake. I wound up shuffling units, and I wound up giving up my entrenchment here. So this Hungarian corps could be in trouble, particularly with all this heavy stuff there. It's one of the reasons why I'm moving the tanks down. I'd like to move this one down, but that means I need to put something in there to take its place. I had an elite corps over here. I moved him to there. I brought that one in as reinforcements. He can either go into Italy, or perhaps I'll put him over here to plug this gap to get the elite tank, get the elite armor down here as well. I only wound up doing 3. I took more than that to myself. I moved the artillery that was sitting here up to here to help defend. I did some damage to this fighter once I realized I couldn't take this guy out in in the ice. I launched some planes at this. I beat him up a little bit. I'm not sure. He's probably down around five or six, I guess. Got a fort line here. I'm going to need, I'm putting one here. This guy's building one here. He's going to then move behind Zaporizhzhia. And this guy will move up and do that. Do this hex. And then probably back up along this. That's only an entrenchment of 2, so there's some weak points here. This is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I could do this one, but it would have to be like a 1, 2, 3. Then this one, and then there's this weak point here. So if I did this, then I have to come down and do these two. This guy is on a rail, so he's in reserve as well. I don't see a lot. I'm thinking the press is going to come down in the south. I can shuffle. I probably have extra headquarters here. I shuffled some units around in Greece. I moved the Italian Corps from here to Sardinia. And I moved a German Corps to Tunis. And so I put the SS Panzer here temporarily. He's also in reserve. Eventually I will get Bulgarian or Yugoslavian or something here in Athens. And then these 3 and or 4 or 5, depending upon what I use to fill up the garrison duty here, will be freed up for Russia or the defense of Tunisia over here. This is not going to stop the Allies. It's just meant to delay them as long as possible, so keep the air bases in range of Palermo and Syracuse down. Over here, I killed that, I think it was a division sitting here, and I killed the paratrooper. I realized that other than to draw me off, I guess he's thinking he's cutting this rail for this mine. I don't know if cutting the convoy line and if that's double duty or if that's separate. Either way, it's MPP lost. But if I was him, I think I'd rather have the paratrooper. I move this over to once this port goes to 0, then this port, all he has to do is strap bomb this port to 0, and then I think he can just sail on through, and there's not a damn thing I'm going to be able to do about it. Actually, I'm just going to operate this guy over to that port there. And yes, I need a guy here. I need a guy here. I need to build some more Spanish units, which I don't have the money for, and I don't have anything else. Italy's doing reasonably well, but she can't afford the combat. I'm trying to save money up to buy some of their destroyed stuff. Yeah, there's an anti-air, there's an armor division, headquarters, and those are the ones I lost down here. 1 infantry corps, a division, 3 garrisons. I mean, the tank destroyer would be nice. I'm probably never going to get it. Same with the motorized. But the anti-air needs to come first. and maybe this, just because it's an armor unit, so carriers can't bomb damage it down. I landed that amphib AA gun here. He needs to be upgraded to AA3. And subs are just out around. So I'm sneaking this one here. I'm going to try and pop Boston or New York. Probably the Boston one here. I don't know. I don't remember which ones does which, but that actually this one's probably better because this is going to be frequented by transports probably. I don't know. Whatever. He's kind of on a suicide run. I move this one down. I move the one over here. Italian's kind of sneaking up. He's gonna probably shoot for the Venezuela line. The one I had raiding down here is coming back up because Spain joined. I have this Spanish port and this Spanish port. He's invaded all these Canaries and the Portuguese one, which would be super nice, but I knew that wasn't gonna stay. He hasn't made any effort to hit this. I don't know if he realizes I'm using this port or this one, but more power to me. I've been able to resupply and repair up. Yeah, that's the destroyer that popped him, and so he snuck down to here. All right, and for builds, Italy didn't build anything because they didn't have any money after repairing stuff. And Germany, I got some miners and some garrison. I think I got one motorized corps. I got this motorized corps. I got the Romanian Mountain Corps, Romanian Division. What else did I build? Is that it? That's probably it because I only had like 600 left. So it was this guy, and probably these two garrisons. I'm trying to get all the garrisons out because I'm going to want them to put in these key cities and or to line some more key hexes in here. I'm not going to have enough. Italy's going to have to buy some too. So Germany's got 5 garrisons left. I got 11 motorized corps, but they're so damn expensive. I'm having a tough time justify buying them. These cavalry would be nice to go after the help with the partisans, but that's on a wish list. The anti-tank is on my list, and like I said, saving money is big on my list. Spain needs to get these units because they've got more ports and stuff to guard than I've got. I'd like to get the Slovak mech division or garrison again to help with guarding ports, and this can hunt partisans. Romania has 1 garrison, 2 infantry corps, 2 motorized. I probably won't get around to buying. I'll probably never buy the mech and the armor. It's just so damn expensive, and while they're really pretty good on defense, I don't think I can justify that amount of money, and because of the rules. And I'm not complaining about the rules because the rules, they only get 1 strike. It really cuts their value down. I don't see a reason to spend that when I may need it to buy a German tank back. But I need to get these infantries. I need this garrison, maybe the motor, and maybe the Cav. Romania has the advantage of having 2 headquarters, so you can. It's easier to put a bunch of them under control. I'd like to get the other Finland infantry corps. I wouldn't mind the armor, but I don't see a push into Finland, so that's on a far wish list. Hungary's got a couple garrisons and an infantry I can use and a motorized, but so I can use for garrison purposes because I think I've already replacements because I think I've already at the limit of how much they can control with their 1 headquarters. In Bulgaria, I've got a single garrison left, and maybe this guy again. Bulgaria can come down here and park on this stuff. Oh, I think I bought the Yugoslavian division as well. I think I did that. Yeah. So that's that. I mean, I think I'm doing as best as I could. I'm really worried that this line is not, well, this is plus. Leningrad was a plus. This is as far as I got. I just can't, Russia gets all these just forts, and by the time you reach the Vyazma, it's all forted up, and the weather's turning bad, and you'll never get through it, and it's not worth, you can't get to the outskirts of Moscow, or Riez, or Tula, or much less do Case Blue and do Rostov and come all the way down here and put on Stalin. Just not, even if you had the firepower to get through, see this fort line, that was all there before I could even think about Case Blue. So I was like, that's just not happening. And even if I had the firepower and the Russia was light in units down in the south like they were in reality, I didn't have the units to even to screen trying to go for the oil wells or trying to go for Stalingrad. And then this is, I've stuffed him pretty well. I mean, I've stuffed him well enough that he even brought his engineer and built forts defensively, which is great. I was looking to kill units as he moved up and was in 0 entrenchment. But I don't have the units to push him off like I could in Greece. So all this is to stall as long as possible. And once this force comes up here and starts threatening to get this is all going to have to go. It's all going to have to evacuate if I can get it out. I got to keep something. I got to move something here or keep this guy here just to keep this rail line open, so I can try and use some of these ports to get out. That's going to be tricky. It's going to be very tricky. I may just have to let most of these guys die in combat, except the planes, of course, because I'm suspecting he's going to just come in and bomb all the ports so I can't escape. I'd like to get the headquarters out because, like I said, I'm on my. I don't want to. If I lose the headquarters, I can't. If I lose a German headquarters, I can't get it back. So, but if he starts pressing and popping this before this goes, then this is going to all have to start evacing out. Particularly, like I said, the 2 German headquarters, the more important ones to get out. And okay, that's it. I probably took way too much time up. I'm gonna. I'll run the end of turn for you to watch. Bump in logistics. Oh, I should have showed what the tech was. Yeah, no luck with that. I haven't gotten a breakthrough in a while. Italy's done. I'm not done researching with Italy. I don't think I'd get anything or make use of anything before they die. Anyway, Taxman out. This was the 1942. I don't know. I may do a 1943 snapshot videos of this game. I may not. I haven't decided yet. Or I may record them. I haven't decided if I'm going to put them up. Taxman out.